she like
Because it's a wonderful thing. And I think it takes so.
He's at a Christmas
God
program.
doesn't need to complain but she really enjoyed the way
It just
you talked to her.
nothing. I mean, not really for nothing. They always learn.
Everyone rise,
But still,
please.
you know what I'm saying?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our heads with it. Thank you, Lord, for this season. Thank you for the Christmas that we can celebrate. I pray that you keep your safety upon each and every one of our people in Newcastle over this Christmas and help everyone to have a great holiday and a happy new year. And I pray that you keep your hand upon this council and the new council that's coming in, and that we can serve you in 2020, same as we did in 2019. Amen. City Council meeting Monday, December 16th, 2019 comes to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Brenton, Jeff Hancock.
Present.
Jerry Walton.
Here.
Aaron Dicken, Mark Coger.
Here.
Lynn Purdue,
Present.
Rex Beckman.
Here.
Okay, are there any corrections or additions to the minutes from the former meeting?
Move we accept the minutes as presented.
Motion made and seconded. Questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walton.
Aye.
Mark Coger.
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Beckman.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Rex, come up front, please. Patty, would you come up front, please?
I'm glad you're bringing Patty with me. That means he's not going to get me. He's not going to get that.
And Kathy, would you come up also?
Oh, you pulled one.
We appreciate everything that you did for us over the Stellar. I was proud of our community. I was just elated when I seen how great the presentation was. We found out who family was. We found out who our not family was. We learned a lot. I feel like we won a lot. You know, we may not have got the big bucks, but I feel like there's a lot for us to springboard off of and to build for the future. A lot of that you had already compiled before we started putting it in this format. But what you've done for our community, we truly, deeply appreciate. And I think you've taken us to the next step. And now we have to react on some of those things and put some of those things. So come on up here and face it. So, appreciate everything that you've done. Rex, you have anything you want to add to it?
You know, it's just always a pleasure to see Kathy. I'm glad I'm maybe not seeing her quite as much as I was. But
she is too.
I'm sure she is. But anyway, you know, working with her, all the other people, has been a real treat for me, and just an eye opener, and also the relationships we've made with so many people have been tremendous.
So do you have half-hour speech put together, or would you like to say anything? So Patty, do you have anything to say, Patty?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I should have known better.
When you asked me to do this, and you said that it's going to be a region, and it's going to be Knightstown, Henry County, and Newcastle, it scared me. It truly did. I thought, how can we do this? But then you said, I will help you, and we're all going to help each other. And I really believe we all did. We all agreed to disagree. We all got along, and we became stronger. And even when we received the word, no, we weren't winners, but we all walked away, yes, we are. And you cannot convince me that we didn't win, you know. So for that, we thank you.
I think Bud is incredibly true. I think you have been a good girl this year.
I wear this in case there are people I know who are connected to Santa. And you can just tell them, "Oh, you're good." You got me. I should have known. You got me. There were over 100 people that were meeting intentionally for literally 8 months. 8 months. And we traveled to Bedford, we traveled to Marion, we did a bunch of traveling. We had friends in Hancock County who shared what they knew with us. We had folks in Rushville. I mean, just the friends that were made, professional friends, personal friends. It's just amazing. I don't think we'll ever lose that. But I also got to know people that live right here. I mean, Josh, I said, Josh, I'll come down and see that. I bet you thought I wouldn't show, but I did. I stayed for an hour, so I can tell you all about the EMS. So that's the thing. We got to know people. Mark is a film star now, and if you haven't seen the 7-minute film, it's worth it. I think just to say this, they kept saying to us that there's money, but they said the real prize is that RDP, that regional development fund, and the kind of energy people put in to say, if we pull this off, it'll just be amazing. So I'm humbled by this. There are just so many people that it was a team, and we did.
But we need a good leader.
Need leadership, Kathy, that's right.
Well,
You're right, Rex.
I like the word team, and Rex really took that to home when he did the presentation talking about what team means. But, there's an old adage, if you want to kill something, put it in a committee. But if you put it on a team, you're going to see something. And so we're a team to the end, and I have to tell you, I'm getting a lot of texts saying, do it again, that'll be decided. We get feedback from the state on February 12th.
I'd like to give them a little feedback too.
You might not be able to go to that one.
That's on February 16th.
They are messing with you. Well, thank you from my heart. It was an honor to serve city, a region I live in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pose for me real quick. Something like that. There we go. There you go. That's good.
Thank you.
Love you.
Mr. President, I turn this meeting over to you.
Thanks, Mayor. Great way to start a meeting. Kathy, on behalf of council, I thank you. I know how much time you put in, Rex put in, Jerry put in, Patty put in, Josh, Mark, thank you just doesn't do it justice. It honestly does not do it justice what so many people in our community did for all of us. And I thank you, and the council thanks you. Okay, on to business. We have a resolution tonight transferring funds from within funds, which is 12/16/2019-1, whereas necessary to transfer funds from one budget classification to another. Within the clerk treasurer's office of the city of Newcastle, whereas the transfer does not require the expenditure of more money than the total amount set out in the budget for that fund, now therefore be resolved by the common council, city of Newcastle, Indiana, that the clerk treasurer's office shall be permitted to make the following budgetary transfers within the fund budget. There are several. I'm not going to read them all. If anybody would like a copy, we have plenty of copies for that. Does council have anything to discuss on these transfers?
I'll make a motion to receive the resolution 12/16/2019-1.
Second.
Pass it.
Motion made and seconded. Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Jack Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden.
Aye.
Mark Hover.
Aye.
Glenn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Beckman.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Next is Resolution 12/16/2019-2, amending Ordinance 3416, whereas the City of Newcastle, by passage of Ordinance 3416 on November 19th, 1984, establishing a non-reverting fund for the emergency services of Henry County. Whereas it has been determined that the said ordinance should be amended to financially support the addition of the lease purchase of 4 ambulances on a 5-year replacement rotation, as well as assist with departmental supplies and maintenance. Now therefore be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Newcastle that ordinance 3416 is hereby amended to provide the First Aid Unit Recovery Fund shall receive 50% of all revenue collected by the Ambulance Billing Service, which is the ABS, into the non-reverting fund established by said ordinance. The remaining 50% of said funds collected shall be deposited in the city's general fund. All other provisions of ordinance 3416 not amended or changed by this resolution shall remain in full force and effect. Does anybody have any questions on that? We kind of discussed that in the past, and I kind of dropped the ball on not sending out an email, but Finance Committee has went over this for the past couple of months.
I move we pass.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden.
Aye.
Mark Hover.
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Beck.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Next is Resolution 1216-2019-3, amending the non-reverting Fire Department Fund. Whereas the City of Newcastle, by passage of Ordinance 2559, established a Fire Department non-reverting fund, whereas it has been determined that said ordinance should be amended. Now therefore be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Newcastle that the non-reverting fund established by Ordinance number 2559 should be amended in rhetorical paragraphs to provide that not less than 100% of the amount paid by the Henry Township, Indiana, to the City of Newcastle, Indiana, for fire protection shall be deposited in said non-reverting fund to financially support the lease purchase of 2 fire trucks on a 7-year rotation, as well as any supplies, fire safety equipment, uniforms, and/or maintenance. All other provisions of Ordinance 2559 not amended by this resolution shall remain in full force and effect. I move that we accept this.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden.
Aye.
Mark Hover.
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Beck.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Um,
And we got the fourth one, that was the last one Brenda sent out.
Yes.
Okay. Resolution 1216-2019-4, resolution authorizing the certain leasing purchases agreement. This is on the ambulances. 4 2019 Ram 5500 4x4 Lifeline module ambulances. The principal set amount of these leases is $1,591,733.36. Whereas the Common Council deems it for the benefit of the leasee and for the efficient and effective administration thereof to enter into this agreement. Again, this was in reference to our amending the ordinance 3416. I move that we accept this resolution.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden.
Aye.
Mark Hover.
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Beck.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Mayor, that concludes resolutions and ordinances. We'll go to committee reports. Turn it over to Jeff.
A few things, Your Honor. First of all, Brenda, welcome January 1st.
Thank you.
Big shoes to fill, but we worked together for the last year, so it's going to be a smooth transition.
I hope so.
Mike, I look forward to working with you too. Same thing, January 1st, big shoes to fill, Mary, but I know you can do it and all that stuff.
How do you know what size shoes she wears? She might
Big feet.
Dave, we go back, I don't know how long, as a customer, as a friend, when you first came to town and legal service, really appreciate as a friend, as a customer, and the legal service for the council and a few times for me. I still see you as a friend, still see you as a customer, so really appreciate everything you did for the city of Newcastle. That's all, Your Honor.
Sierra?
I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and hope the new year starts out right. Make sure you spend time with your family. You never know what's going to come up. Kathy lost her mother this last week, and tell you, it's amazing how people step up as Mayor York, and your family is one. And Kathy and her whole clan. You know, she had 30-plus grandkids, great-grandkids. So Henry County, Newcastle, Knightstown, everywhere. People, we live in a great, great community.
She was the mayor of Louisville for a while.
She is mayor of Louisville, and as I said at the funeral, I need to find someone else to harass me now because I won't know how to act anymore. So, but don't take Henry County and Newcastle for granted. People step up all the time, Kathy, as you have many times for us, and I'm just really appreciative. Like I said, just don't take it for granted. That's all.
Thank you, Gary.
Well, saying goodbye to Dave was one of the hardest things that I could possibly say. You're more than counsel, you're a friend, and you've helped me out the last 11 years. Tremendous. We're grateful as a city for you, to you. I can remember the mayor taking over, and you know, he was asking questions to everybody, and he goes, I can't get, he goes, Dave's invaluable. I said, oh yeah, Dave's invaluable. And the knowledge you have and the knowledge you've given this city, led this city, you know, through how many administrations, 4 or 5 administrations, is just, we can't say thank you enough, but thanks. That's all I got.
Just want to second everything that all the other councilmen has said. It's been good working with you, Dave, for the short time I've been here, but it's been phenomenal. Just one thing, I won't be able to attend the first meeting in January. I'll be out of town on business. So I know how it is if elections come up for officers, how that goes if you're not here. So I respectfully decline. Any and all nominations. Is that all it takes? That's it, dude. We might have a no-show the whole first meeting. Yeah.
Decline and no show.
That's all I got. Yeah.
I have learned something off you in 4 years. That's awesome. Thanks.
Well, I'll just third all the things that everybody said about you, because you have been a tremendous asset to our city in a lot of ways, not just as an attorney, but as a family man, as a husband, as a father, grandfather. You know, just a tremendous asset. That's all I've got to say. But thank you, and that's all I have, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything, Chief? No. Dave? Counselors, anything you'd like to say?
Well, I'm not going anyplace. I intend to sit out there and write about potholes today.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I appreciate that.
No, it's been a privilege and an honor to work with all, when I think of the elected officials that I've worked with over the years, many of them aren't here anymore. And it's just been a privilege and honor. And I've always appreciated your confidence and the support of the people I've worked with. And I've enjoyed it. There's a lot in the legal profession I don't enjoy. And there's a lot of things that lawyers are required to do that I detested. But this kind of work I always enjoyed, because I felt we were doing something positive, something worthwhile. I always felt, regardless of whether I was talking to a clerk treasurer, to a city council person, to a department head, or to a mayor, that I could give my honest opinion, and it often didn't agree, like when mayors want to throw people in jail. I often didn't agree, but I tried to give honest and advice that I thought was appropriate, and I'm pleased that during that tenure, the city never suffered any major legal queues like some towns. We always had good people at the helm. Yes, we had some, here and there, we'd have an employee or somebody that ran afoul of things, but for the most part, our elected officials here do their job because they want to do the right thing for this community. And we've had hard times, but it's always paid off, and I appreciate the opportunity. And I thank you for your confidence.
Thank you.
That's great.
Anything, Brenda?
First off, I have the letters for all the banks, I have to have council sign off and the mayor, doing the name change January 1, but they gotta have them now to get started on them, so it'll be done by January 1. I look forward to working with everybody next year. Dave, I hate to see you go. And anybody that would like to help with Santa's mailbox, because the next 4 days I have training in my office on the new system. Friday, 8 a.m., we are stuffing all the envelopes, so come on, join us. And that's all I've got.
Thank you. Kendra? Great. Lee? Lee started pre-salting yesterday at 2 o'clock, and I think you did a great job. I think it helped tremendously. I don't know what tonight's gonna throw at us, but the guys are coming in early to start
We'll
pushing.
have approximately 8 trucks out at 5 a.m.
So we're gonna try and get it started early in the morning, and one TV station says we're gonna get pounded, another one says it's not gonna be too bad, but we're gonna hit it early, just try to stay ahead of where vice work. Anyone from public want to say anything this evening? Yes, sir.
Sean Dufault from Chamber of Commerce. I really want to come before the council, the city, to thank the mayor, Lee, and the chief, me and Brenda, with the help with the Christmas walk. Many hands made easy work, but it was a tremendous blessing there. We also want to thank the Lord for the weather. Without that great weather, we probably wouldn't have had such a great turnout as we did. But it made downtown very lively that night, and it's something that I look forward to. And many others are looking at opportunities of using the downtown as an opportunity of other festivals and other events. So I'm looking forward to how that may turn out for the next year. Also wanted to let you guys know, to keep on your radar, though I'll probably remind you later on, that we do have a workforce seminar that we're working on the 21st of January at 7:30 in the morning at breakfast time. We're inviting employers to speak, and we would encourage other employers, whether you employ one employee or 10 or 50, to come out and enjoy a good breakfast, some snacks, hopefully, and also to learn more about what it means to think outside the box when it comes to hiring people. We do have a great need for retention of individuals and such, so we're working on that with others. So I wanted to encourage you guys and invite you to that, as well as to our luncheon on January 16th.
Thanks a lot for the diligence that you put into the Christmas walk this year. I'll be real honest with you. I thought when you wanted to close off Broad Street, I thought, oh no, it's gonna put people down here and it'd be up at the courthouse, and it looked like there wasn't anybody there. But I've never seen as many people downtown as there was there that night.
It was great.
So
It was fun.
It worked out great. Good insight. I was a little worried about it, but I just couldn't believe the turnout we had. Yeah, it always helps to have the good weather, like for cruise-ins and the car show, but you gotta have something planned whether the weather's good or bad. So,
Yeah.
so you need to be complimented on the program that you had put together. Had singing at both ends and in the middle, and I was extremely pleased with what you guys did, and hopefully we have many more of those. So thank you.
Thank you, Marion. One last thing I forgot to mention is that our Christmas luncheon that we do for raising funds for our charities, we were able to raise over $1,600. So I want to thank everyone that
Good.
attended, as well as donated money. We greatly appreciate that. And we will eventually get those funds out to everyone. With the fact that my administrative assistant has left, it has left me a little bit more behind the ball than not. So please be patient, and we'll get those funds out to everyone.
Are there any other citizens wishing to come before the council this evening? At this point in time, I don't see anybody else. Dave, you can take your nameplate with you, but the last thing that I ask you to do is come back at the next meeting and to swear me in. I want his last official form of business to be at least swear me in for this next term. So he'll be back. Although we've already got another nameplate made, but not that we're pushing it. But you can take that nameplate with you just for old time's sake. And Mark, I counted at least 5 mayors. You've worked for at least 5 mayors, and that's been for at least 35 years, or is it closer to 40?
Getting close to 40.
39, actually, is that right? But see, my thought was if you went one more year and made it a nice round 40, it would, what are you shaking your head no for?
Well, you know, get a pension,
But I hope that it meant a lot tonight. Everybody spoke from their heart, and there's just no way that we can say thank you enough times for all that you've done over the 35 years or the 40 years, and you truly have put your livelihood into our community, and truly do appreciate it. But we would like for you to come back in January and
I'll be here.
and swear us in, and that we would like to call that your last formal official form of business, but we still want you to expect to be a phone call away too.
I will. You've got my cell number. We made, and we'll get it to you, Lynn, we made, you know, you get those oaths from the clerk.
Right.
We made nice, I always thought those were kind of cheap. Here you spend all that time running for office and you go, so we made nice.
So we don't have to
oaths
keep
for you.
those?
It's got a seal on it.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
I've got it.
But thank you, Dave. Appreciate everything you've done.
With your hour, we adjourn.
You adjourn.
So we don't have any to worry about.
Everybody